Hey guys, I wanted to make a quick little ranting video talking about this whole Twitch adpocalypse thing that's going down. In case you haven't heard of it, there's a subset of streamers over on Twitch that are seeing an 80 to 90% decrease in their ad revenue. This is primarily IRL streamers and political streamers, but if we learned anything from back in the, YouTube adpocalypse, back with, PewDiePie and the bridge and a certain battle royale game and maybe a certain colorful word that was used, this is probably going to branch out to include all Twitch streamers. I really doubt it's just going to include, the IRL guys and the politics guys. It's probably going to branch out to include practically everyone. At least that's what happened over on YouTube. Other than the kids channels, anybody that did YouTube kids content, they were basically safe. Probably because it's just so insanely profitable because you have all these parents that refuse to do actual parenting. So they just hand their kid an iPad. They let them watch Skibbity Toilet on repeat for 10 hours. And then the kid's brain is literally rotting as we speak. You could probably make a time lapse video of it or something. And they have neurons dripping out of their nose. They're drooling all over the electronic components. YouTube Kids is kind of an outlier for sure. But I think it's safe to assume that the Twitch apocalypse is going to apply to everybody, including, the gaming streamers like myself. And, you see these guys talking about it, and it just becomes so incredibly clear how disconnected the average, Twitch streamer is. And of course, when I say the average Twitch streamer, I don't mean the average Twitch streamer, because the average Twitch streamer is somebody that's streaming on Twitch with 0, 1, 2 viewers, right? When I'm talking about a Twitch streamer, I'm talking about the people that do it as a profession. And these people are so incredibly disconnected that we had a guy, kind of going viral talking about the Twitch adpocalypse. And he was complaining that he went from making 10K a day to only 2K a day. And that's just ads, by the way. That's not considering subs, donations, sponsorships, ad streams, stuff like that. That make obviously makes way more if he does YouTube videos as well. That's just ad revenue on Twitch. Oh my god, I went from making 10K a day to 2K a day. And then he says, he may as well be a mailman for that type of money, which is absolutely disgusting. And hot take here, very hot, spicy take. I'm going to be honest. I've held this opinion when I was making nothing on YouTube and from streaming, and I still hold this opinion now that I'm making something off of streaming. Nothing crazy, but something off of streaming, a few $100, a month. And I will still hold this opinion if I make thousands off of streaming. I don't think streaming and YouTube content creation should be a job. Or if it is, I don't think it should be paid nearly as well as it currently is. I personally believe in providing a service to your community. I believe in servicing the community. I believe in making your community a better place. I believe in actually contributing. And I just find it absolutely criminal that there's people that donate, 10 years plus of their life to becoming a doctor, let's say, and saving lives, and they make 100, maybe 200K a year. And then you have a streamer that sits around, talks about bullshit, interacts with chat a little bit, and watches some videos online, and they make 10K a day. I mean, it's absolutely disgusting to me. I find the average customer service worker, for example, or retail worker, far more commendable than any Twitch streamer. You even take the Twitch streamer that puts the most effort in, somebody like Kai Cenat that puts an insane effort, and I would still have more respect for the dude that's working at McDonald's, right? That's actually providing a service to his community or her community. And I know that's a bit of a hot take, especially as a content creator. A lot of content creators, they want to make a bunch of money off of it. They want to, be like streamers or something, but I'm a firm believer that this should be a hobby for people, that they should actually have real jobs. It's why, I've always pursued my college degree. It's why I pursued, my career in science. It's why I'm a scientist now. It's why even if the channel were to blow up and be insanely big, it would still just be a hobby for me and I would still be a scientist, is because I believe in providing a service to your community, in making the world an actual tangible better place. And yes, maybe you could make this argument that entertainment is necessary for humans, art is necessary for humans. You know, the streams are really helping a bunch of people's mental health. Um, but I think you could make a far more compelling argument that if those people were actually, contributing in a notable field, or any field for that matter, every single thing down to customer service, which I've worked tons of customer service jobs or warehouse jobs or something like that. Like, I think you could make a much better argument that those positions contribute infinitely more personally. Um, so I think it's criminal that these guys are even paid that much in the first place. But I think a lot of us think that. And I think that that's why you're not really seeing a lot of sympathy from us normal people when you have these Twitch streamers crying about this 80-90% decrease in ad revenue. And I think ultimately it's also kind of deserved on Twitch. Twitch has been suffering for a long time. They've had a big decline in in viewers, and it's absolutely deserved when you go on the platform and you're just bombarded with, you try and click on one stream and you get 8, 9 unskippable 15, 20, sometimes 30-second long ads. I mean, it's insane. It's all absolutely disgusting. It's worse than, it's actually at this point, I believe, worse than cable was. And that's why a lot of us ditched cable back in the day. That's why streaming kind of blew up, is because we're like, dude, this is absurd, the amount of ad breaks. But hey, at least ad breaks on a TV show are scheduled and they're not actually interrupting the flow of the show and ruining your experience with the show. With Twitch, that's not the case. It is a live viewing. So it is very important to have that one-to-one, chat stream interaction. It's very important to be able to see the things as they're happening so you can feel like you're part of that community. And then you have these, 9 ads that just swoop in, like a WWE dude, fucking clotheslining you. You're just, Jesus Christ, I was almost enjoying a stream for a second there, and now I have to sit through, several minutes of ads. I mean, it's absurd, dude. So I think that this is not only just deserved. A lot of people are leaving Twitch. A lot of people are coming, over to YouTube, which YouTube has its issues as well. But on YouTube, at least if you get an ad break, it's like 5 seconds and then you can skip it. On YouTube, at least you can, pause and rewind streams super easily. So it's very, very easy to, like, oh, I did get an ad break. Let me go back and see what happened. YouTube is just such a much better platform when it comes to the viewer experience. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about it because I see all of these content creators and I'm gonna be honest, man, they're pussyfooting around the topic. They're prancing around, they're dancing on eggshells, they're trying to not upset their big streamer friends and stuff like that. And I just think it's entirely disingenuous when you have people like Ludwig trying to talk about this, but so incredibly afraid of hurting anybody's feelings, afraid of hurting any sort of Twitch streamer friends or whatever. Let's just call it how it is. These people make way too much money for their low effort, a job that contributes absolutely nothing of substance to their fellow man. And it's absolutely fine that they are losing a bunch of this money, especially if they are like just IRL streamers, politics streamers, stuff like that. You know, it's not contributing really anything of value. I don't think it's that big of a deal. And I think these guys are just so incredibly privileged that they don't understand that. And you see that with people like Lazy. You see that, like, them talking about they'd rather be a mailman if they're making only 2K per day. And it's just absolutely ridiculous. But I'd love to know your guys' opinions. What do you think? Do you think that this Twitch adpocalypse is actually a very big deal? Are you worried about it? Are you worried about the streamers? Or do you think that, it's just it's whatever. Twitch kind of deserves it as a platform because they've been going downhill for a very long time and the viewing experience is terrible. I'd love to know. But thanks for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day. See all of you guys in the next video, or Maroney. Bye bye.